Welcome back, and today we're gonna be talking about in slash Spectre episode 6, and it looks like we're getting our main villain. So, like always, let's just jump into it. So episode 6 of In slash Spectre, we start off with Kotoko, Kuro, and Saki. They're in the same room exactly where we left off last episode, and they're discussing how to deal with Nanase, which we learned last episode that she wasn't really like a specter or a ghost. She was more of a monster of imagination. She was created because of that wiki that's online detailing the legend of Nanase and how she came to be. So because of a lot of people believing in this, right? Because now they have sightings and all those different things going on all around the town. People are actually believing that this is actually a real thing. So it creates like the legend becomes real. So that's the monster of Nanase. So the only way to deal with this kind of monster right now, according to Kotoko, is you have to create a more appealing story, right? Because now everybody's got Nanase up in a pedestal, right? They're all like believing the story and all that stuff. But if you create a more appealing story so people will stop believing in Nanase, she'll pretty much just be destroyed and she'll just disappear. That's what I think is gonna happen. I don't know if they'll have to kill her again, right? Like if they have to make everybody stop believing, and then, you know, once they all stop believing, Kuro goes in there and just dispatches her, and then she won't come back. Because last episode when Kuro snapped her neck, she came back. So I don't know exactly how that's going to work out. I don't know if the story just killing the whole legend alone is going to be enough. Maybe somebody has to go in there and kill her one last time. And of course, our boy Kuro ain't going to have a problem with that. Now, this episode, what I did like about this episode was the fact, not the whole Nanase thing, because again, we're still dealing with that from like 2 episodes ago, but the actual relationship between Kuro and Kotoko. Like from this episode, we actually see that Kuro kind of does care about Kotoko in a deeper, like a more feelings towards her, right? Because when we got that scene where Kuro is explaining his like future power, like from that demon that he ate, one of the demons that he ate, that could let him see the future. I thought he was just able to see the future, but they actually explained in this episode what that power is, and it's freaking broken. I thought being able to heal all types of wounds and not being able to die is OP, but this future telling thing is more OP, okay? So from the way I understood it, okay, Kuro can see into the future, and there's all these different paths that he can take. And pretty much what he can do is he can choose which ones he wants to go with, and then all the other just kind of disappears. Like a different branches that he can choose from, and that'll be the future, right? Now, there's one little caveat to this power, right? The user has to pretty much die or be ready to die. That's why whenever Nanase killed him, right, she pretty much bashed his head in, and he came back. He shows the future that would allow him to beat her. And, you know, that meant, you know, dodging the beam and then getting on her back, you know, choking her out and breaking the neck. So in this episode, we see that Kuro told Kotoko, you know, once you get your story out there, I'm gonna use my power. And he said he didn't care how many times he had to die. That shows you that Kuro actually either has strong feelings for Kotoko, or his sense of justice, or his sense of like actually beating all these nasty monsters is really, really like high. I just like the whole, like, their actual relationship is actually turning into like a real relationship. We already know he recognizes her as his girlfriend, and I thought it was kind of funny that she was like, you know, I got a hotel room. If you haven't got a hotel room, I got one with 2 beds. You can spend the night. And he's like, nah, I got the business motel down the road. I can just go. I thought it was kind of funny because to me it seems like Kotoko is thirsty as hell, and Kuro is more like laid back and chill. You know, you just gotta hold on. Just, you know, we do it at our own pace, at my pace. You know what I mean? And again, Kotoko is kind of jealous of Saki. They kind of got into that talk where she was asking Kuro, "Will you ever choose a path of getting back together with Saki?" And Kuro was like, "If I could do something like that, I would actually do it to break up with you." And I thought that was really funny because Kuro is a funny person. And again, I know I said in one of my previous episodes that I don't know if Kuro is actually like, you know, suppressing all his feelings, and maybe he's just faking all these feelings that he's doing, right? Like maybe he's acting like he cares about Kotoko just to act like he cares about Kotoko, right? Like maybe he doesn't have that feeling inside of him from eating all those different meats from different monsters. I just don't know. It looks like it's genuine though. It looks like Kuro does care about Kotoko, because why else would he be willing to die however many times in order to secure the future that would guarantee Kotoko's success in pretty much getting rid of Nanase? So I think it is genuine. I think their feelings for each other is genuine, and now we know that Kotoko got accepted to the same university as Kuro. So they're gonna be spending a lot more time together coming the next semester, and I think it's just gonna be more crazy and funnier times. But the biggest highlight for me in this episode was not Nanase, and was not how they figured out how she really died, which was using that ghost. And again, it was funny how Kotoko did the little dance to summon the spirit, and Kuro was looking at her like, oh, she has to do this when she really doesn't. She just likes to do it for no reason. Like he doesn't care. But it was funny because it reminded me of like Sailor Moon whenever they transform into their things, like how they do the little dance and wave all that things around. It was just kind of funny. I like that scene. And on top of that, we also see, again, my favorite part of this episode was the mysterious woman that was like in the forums of the imaginary monster, Nanase. She was pretty much reading what was going on, because we see in this episode that somebody was killed. Somebody was actually killed by Nanase. That might be the first victim that actually died. And it was the detective that was working with Saki. Now, he didn't know any better. He was looking for Nanase all over town, I'm guessing. And he found her, and he tried to fight her, pretty much. And as we saw from 2 episodes ago, if a normal human being tries to hit one of those imaginary monsters or ghosts or Spectre or whatever it is, it doesn't work. Their punches just go through her. And he pretty much gets, imagine what happened to Kuro last episode happened to him, and he ain't got no siren meat to regenerate that stuff, so he dead. But again, just Kotoko was worried about this happening. She thought it wasn't going to happen tonight, but it did. So that means that just because she killed something, it probably means that she's going to get more powerful, or more people are going to start believing in this imaginary monster, and it's going to become a lot more powerful and a lot harder to deal with. But going back to the mysterious woman, right? Somebody created this story, and somebody obviously knows what they're doing and what this thing is. And to me, again, this mysterious woman looks like Kuro's sister. When we saw that flashback, or when Kuro was a child, we see that his sister was a little bit older, and she called him to go play and all that stuff. And to me, she looks exactly like his sister. And Kuro obviously was talking to Kotoko saying, did you tell Saki about that woman? And Kotoko didn't say anything to Saki. So, Saki is completely unaware that there's a mysterious woman that could either A, be related to Kuro, or once Kuro dead, or once Kotoko dead. We don't actually know what this woman wants. But I'm actually a lot happier that we're getting like a main villain, because so far all the episodes have been dealing with individual spirits and their problems and all this. And since we haven't gotten attached to a certain villain, or any character that could fulfill that role, it's just been like, just get on with it. Because again, episode 2 for me was the worst episode with that murder mystery thing. To me, it almost like killed the whole anime. But I'm glad I stuck with it, because I think if it is Kuro's sister, I'm pretty sure she went through some experiments as well. Okay, because she has that evil look. She has that evil look where she's not all right. And maybe all the things that happened to Kuro, and maybe her, because Kuro's grandmother, she was crazy. She was cutting up Kuro to the point where he felt no pain and doing all these experiments. I'm pretty sure he was not the only one, okay? I'm pretty sure his sister also got some of that crazy stuff. So she's probably a little bit crazy. She's probably either trying to kill Kuro, or just create mayhem all over the world and start summoning all these spirits, and just create chaos. So I can't wait for the next episode and see what is actually going to happen, because again, my whole only negative thing with this series was the lack of a main villain, and it looks like we're getting this in this upcoming episodes. We're actually getting like a main villain for this arc or the overall series. I don't know how far into the manga this whole series is, but if she's the main villain of the whole series, I'm all in. So, like always, thank you for watching. Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.